Hello. So I just wanted to make a video of pretty much how, pretty much like where I came from, like where I came from. Like I know I came out of nowhere. Uh, yeah, I just wanted to make a video about like how or why am I making builds or like what do I do, like how, like, where I came from in this game in the game. I'm not saying that I'm like a big player or that I'm like better than anybody, but like I have done like some good things. I have done some good things, but like I wouldn't say I'm like necessarily the number one or like the best player. I have gotten good results. I've done pretty well for like a low potential player, but I don't think I'm the best. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about how I like kind of came up in the community a little bit with like making new friends and just like how like like what are my credentials per se of like are my builds even good, right? Or like or like have I built for anyone before, or like stuff like that. And I have built for a lot of people. I've built for a good amount of people. I'm still building for people. But like that's like not like my main thing. Like I build for people from like my knighthood. I built for people who have asked me to make a build for them, and they get the results like the 3-star clears, or they just like they just end up liking the team and it works for them. But I wouldn't say that like I'm necessarily like the best builder. Like I wouldn't say that by a long shot. Like if you want to get the best builds, or you want to get like like the meta, like per se, like the meta builds, then like you could like watch like Zara did. You can watch like any Rapture players. Watch like kind of like those players that have like probably like a lot more experience in actually finding the meta builds. I just build like what is good, or like kind of just getting it done and just getting like decent results. Like I'm pretty much getting like good results. It might not be meta, but like it still works and it gets the job done, and like you get your results. So like you could easily like kill like 3-star clears, sometimes space sectors. You get like um under 10 minutes by yourself solo with these things. Like you could do a lot with these stuff, even at low potentials. Which I think is like it's a good thing that I'm like putting this out, because it helps people that are like at a lower potential, or like who doesn't have like P10 gold, or who doesn't have like a P10 like a P10 like Eskimo or something like that, right? Who like yeah, like they could like give like a really good build, but like the result like showing difference is just gonna be like way massive. So like whenever like someone runs that build, they're gonna run it. It's gonna be like a little bit less damage, but it's still gonna be like the best build, the most meta build. But it's just gonna confuse like why is it like not doing as much damage? It's because they're running like higher potentials, stuff like that. Like it's still meta, but it's just like they're running higher potentials. They're optimizing everything. It's like a lot more built out and fleshed out than just having it. And with what I built, I just built with what I have, and I just make it work the best I can, and I get good results. Top 5% multiple times. Um, I broke the top 100. I lost to a lot of meta builds. Currently the Gother 2, like pretty much like the Gother 2 tap. It's kind of cringy, but it works. People get those done. But like with my current run, I did it with a full team, like a full setup. Merlin, pretty much like the same exact Merlin build I have been showcasing. With addition to the Daisy Gother setup. That was my team. I have yet to use Burst Gother for a speedrun because I don't have P7 Gother, which would allow me to get that extra arrow. So I lost in meta build, but I've still always maintained and kept with like every build I made like top 5%. So I'm always usually between like 100 or like 500, and like in that range on the rankings. So it's not like I'm terrible. It's like I'm at least like up there with like some heavy hitters. I'm just not like the best. I'm like clearly not gonna say that I'm better than anyone because I know that there's a lot more better builds out there. I know that there's like a lot of like metas like go through like taps and stuff like that. So like there's probably like a lot more people way more like versed than me. Now I have built for like quite a few people in many different servers. With the Monarch server, I built in another server, and then I'm currently just doing raid carries. So how I originally like started making like more friends in the Sundays community was because at first I was doing Tyrannus. I had no idea what I was doing. It was like when Tyrannus first dropped. I had no idea what I was doing. I just wanted to make a build and just try to like make something, make it work. So I was just playing in public. I met someone. I just wanted to get Tyrannus done. I didn't understand how it worked. I didn't understand anything. I was not good at all. I had no idea what I was doing. So I was just trying to make friends on the like public servers, and so that led me to meeting a friend, and then that friend eventually like we ended up working together. We ended up clearing Tyrannus, we ended up learning more about it, and then that's when like my building started getting a little bit better. I started building a lot of better builds, but it wasn't as good as well like as like what I can make now. Currently, I would say like one big push that like I made to make my builds better was like just learning from other players that I've met through like other communities, which I entered the race server, so like kind of just like meet new people and just like to try to like learn the best I can. So that's when I met like my friend Doja, and that's why like I was able to make better builds because Doja showed me like a build, and then I started understanding like why it was working and like why he made it work and stuff like that. So then that's why like I started making more better builds. So then I started understanding more about like how it actually worked. And then yeah, that's pretty much how like I started like coming into the community a little bit more. At first I was just more like to myself, just playing the game, just like collecting all the characters and like really just trying to understand like the whole building process. Didn't really understand it, but I guess Tyrannus like kind of like pushed that for me. They kind of made it like, all right, now I have to like do it a bit more. And one of the main things I've been doing since like probably like a week before the list update was like raid carries. I was doing raid carries for randoms, and then I moved towards servers and just doing raid carries for like different servers. And then that's why like I started like creaking into the community. The reason why I made a YouTube channel was because a lot of players that I built teams for or like did raid carries for, they were like, you should make a YouTube channel, it'll be cool or whatever. So I was like, I'll just give it a shot. And that's how I came about to make this channel. So I'm not gonna like say that my builds are like number one. If you want to see my builds, they work. They get good results. It's like you're probably stronger than me. It'll probably work pretty well. It'll probably work a little bit better for you than it would for me. But there's like a lot of other builds out there. I think that's like the beauty of it. I feel like what is meta is good. Like it's the best. But I feel like just like so much that you could do in the game, and like so much that you like to uncover if you just like try building yourself and just like don't really try meta. Obviously, like there's a lot of arguments for it. A lot of arguments against doing that, which would be like, oh, you just wasting resources, or like, oh, like why would you do that? Like, like, yeah. I mean, if you could build your own builds. Just practice building your own builds, it will like help you in the future for like finding like maybe like the next big build or like the next build that will actually help you reach the next level. Like for example, like when I did my Merlin Ice, I was doing like 1.5 million tag. Now like my Merlin Ice is like 3 to 4 million tag. So like it's kind of 50-50. Like you just kind of have to just like throw yourself into it, or like or you just don't. And you might land on the right build. You might not land on the right build, and it's like risky because you have to like waste resources to do it. But that's the beauty of the game, is that like there's so many possibilities and different combinations that like you can do to make your builds. So that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Just like talk about me a little bit, and let's expand on some lore. But that's pretty much about it.